Today we're gonna make some basil noodles. I got 3 different kinds of basil here. This is Thai basil. This is opal basil. And some regular basil. I'm just gonna pull all the leaves off and combine it with the garlic and a little bit of egg and milk and some flour. And I'll show you how it goes. Then take your basil in the blender. Put your garlic in the blender. Egg in your milk. And a little bit of water. You can put your salt in now or later, it don't matter. Pour your basil slurry into a bowl. And I'm gonna add the salt now. Salt to taste. I put about maybe a half a teaspoon or something in there. Add the flour until it thickens up into a kind of a hard dough. The kind of flour you use is very important. Don't use cheap flour. Don't buy the stuff with the bromate in it. Use the real thing. A little bit more probably. It's just so it's not sticky. You know? Then you let it hydrate and it'll become a little less sticky. The dough is hydrated. It's still a little sticky, but not too bad. You don't want it so dry that it's going to crack. You want it so it rolls out decent. But coat it good with flour. And you start rolling it out. Make sure you keep plenty of flour on it so it doesn't stick. If the dough is so wet that your fingers go through it and stuff, you should maybe roll it back into a ball and add a little bit of flour. You should be able to handle it pretty easy without it falling apart or your fingers getting stuck in it or nothing. Just keep rolling it, roll it and roll it and roll it until it gets to the thickness you want. You can do it in batches. I've done that too, but this is just enough. I can do this in one piece. You don't want it to stick when you cut it either. This mat I'm using is a silicone mat. You can buy them at cooking stores. It helps you roll stuff out. You shouldn't roll dough out on certain surfaces. Just make sure it all works. All right, this is about the thickness that I want, which is pretty thin. I'm gonna add a little more flour, rub it around, so none of this stuff sticks to itself. Make sure both sides have a good amount of flour. And then you want the least amount of rolls possible. So I go the short way here, or the long way, depends how you look at it. Roll it up. Put it on the cutting board. Cut your noodles the thickness you want. Make sure you cut all the way through. All right, then you take and you want to kind of unravel them the best you can. You don't have to do each one or nothing. You just kind of break them up so they're not sticking. Then you start boiling your water. Now when you pick them up, you don't want to smoosh them together. Just kind of shovel them up and drop them in the water. They cook fast, so don't walk away. Give them a little stir right away so they don't stick to the bottom or each other. Right, they've been cooking about 5 minutes, 7 minutes. Doesn't take long. And a little rinse.
Voila.
There it is.
Today's meal. Thank you, Dave.